Cooking itself is about your personality, and cooking itself is all about your passions and also your love into food. Because when I was young, I always standing right next to my mom to see her how to cook. Since then, I pick up a lot of different techniques from my mom. Really basic technique, salt, sugar, the smell, the taste. That's how I start learning.
South of San Diego, you'll find Mission Bay, a man-made saltwater bay and hugely popular tourist attraction. For locals and tourists alike, after a day spent soaking up the sun and exploring the area, many choose dumpling time to relax for a beer and a meal. The space is boosted by Chef Leo's modern twist on Chinese cuisine. The creative ways that seafood is incorporated to these classics is stunning.
My name is Leo, last name Leong, L-E-O-N-G. People call me Chef Leo Leong. And welcome to Dumpling Times. I came to San Francisco directly from Macau. Macau basically is a casino city nowadays, across the bay from Hong Kong, only an hour by ferry. And I came here when I was about 18 years old. And the most challenge for me since I came to San Francisco, which is the language, because as a 18 years old kid to learning a new language is not as easy as you think. And because Macau is basically just Cantonese, Mandarin, that's about it. So I spent 2 years in ESL classes, and then I went to San Francisco State. I finished my bachelor degrees as restaurant and hotel management degrees. And since then, I love the restaurant industries. I started learning cooking when I was really young. I would say I was in the 6th grader because my father, my brother, they doesn't like to cook much. So my mom told me is anyone can do cooking at night when she went to work. So I was volunteers myself, so I can do the cookings. So since then, I learning a lot of different techniques of Chinese cooking from my moms. And thanks for my mom, of course, and thanks for my father and brother, because if they like to cook, so I won't be here today. Actually, I create a few different seafood items on the menus. For example, we have a seafood gyoza. Seafood gyoza, inside the seafood gyoza, we have domestic Dungeness crab. We have a bay scallop from the Bay Area. We have shrimps from Vietnam. We have a spinach wrappers to wrap the dumplings, make it more color contrast, and the taste is more like natural spinach juice in the wrappers. And we have a 7-ice steamer. If you walk in every single dim sum restaurant, they always get this. The reason why we have to get this because the water inside is really, really boiling hot, okay? I would say more than 400 degrees hot. That's why when we do it, we always need to turn before we take out the basket. As you can see, inside the water is boiling hot like that, okay? So really, really need to be careful, otherwise you burn yourself really bad, yeah. And also we have cold water as a backdrop. Cold water running out, hot water here. When the chef over here, it won't get too hot. So that's why we created cold water come out from the back through here. So when we step in, nice and cool. I'm going to do a little demo today. So the first thing I will do a seafood gyoza. Basically, we make the dough, and then we cut the dough individually, and then we use that piece of dough, and then we put filling into it, and then we just make a gyoza out of it by hand. So every single of our dim sum, we make it, every single of them, we make it by hand. So what we do, we steam the seafood gyoza, I will say for about 8 minutes. After the seafood gyoza gets steamed, it's done, so we take it over here. So what we do, we put little oil on top of the grill, flip it, and light them up like this on the grill. After we light them up, so we put some starch, which is the starch made from flour, oil, and water. So to make that bottom nice and crispy, before we'll take about a couple minutes to make it crispy. Yep. So inside the seafood gyoza, they have crab, scallops, and shrimp. And the wrapper, they're green because of the spinach juice. We use spinach juice to make the wrapper out of it. That's why you see the wrapper is green. So seafood gyoza, after 2 minutes, nice and crispy. So what we do, we drizzle sauce. The sauce itself, the seafood gyoza, I create a sauce which is a spicy butter sauce. We are using a Japanese seasoning, which is the taragashi. We use taragashi, we use cream, we use butter, and we also have vinegar to make a sauce out of it to pair with our seafood gyoza as well. So this is our seafood gyoza. We need a lot of love, a lot of techniques, a lot of labor skill to make a dumpling for our customer to enjoy.阿仁俾翻個 seafood gyoza 我，阿仁俾翻個 seafood gyoza 我。The amount of dumpling we do every location, we have 3 locations right now. The original location is on 11 Division Street. That location is the busiest location we had. That location itself, we do about, I will say, 1,800 pieces of dumpling every day. And we also have our back of the house team, which is our commissaries. The commissaries support majority of the dumplings to all different locations. So think about it, one location have 1,800 pieces. This location has 16. The other location has another 1,000 pieces. So add up, we have like 5,000 pieces, yeah, every day. This one is our Xi'an lamb dumpling. So basically, we use carrot wrappers. So we make the dough, we put carrot juice in it to make the dough turn in yellow. Okay? And inside is lamb with some cumin and seasoning. So gorgeous. It's really famous. Besides the seafood, we also have a lot of different items on the menus, of course. For example, I also create a jellyfish salad. So jellyfish is from the sea, and what we do, we pop the jellyfish in, we toss the jellyfish with some Xi'an spice, which is chili oil and numbing oil, green peppercorns. So we toss them together with some cilantro and green onions. Well, the inspiration to me for dumpling time to create a new dishes, which is, again, is the experience. How much you see in the last 20-some years in the restaurant industries. And when you see a product at the farmers market, when you see a new produce at the farmers market, I would automatically think about a new items on the menu. For example, last time I saw some baccalinis at the farmers market. Really nice looking baccalinis. And then as Asian, we don't use that much baccalini. We always use broccoli. Okay, baccalini is a lot more pricier. The taste of it is more sweeter than a regular broccoli. So since then, I put baccalinis on one of my dish, which is our shrimp garlic noodle dish. So next, what we do a garlic noodle with shrimp. So we got 8 pieces of shrimp. We got some baccalini. We have an order of noodle. What we do, we drizzle oil on top of the pan. And we put in the garlic. We put it in before the oil gets hot because I don't want to burn the garlic. After we put the garlic, we can do the shrimp. And then let it sit on the grill. Let it sit until the garlic gets a little brown, and then create some garlic flavor before I put the rest of the ingredients. We used to have a crab noodle, garlic crab noodles, but right now, Dungeness crab is really not easy to find because the price was so high, so we couldn't get any domestic Dungeness crab from Washington or from the Bay Area, so we have to use substitute shrimp. We use shrimp garlic noodle instead of crab garlic noodle nowadays.
Among other seafood, shrimp has been a staple for Asian cuisine for thousands of years. To this day, shrimp remains one of the most popular proteins in Asian cuisine, often making appearances in stir-fry, as a battered and baked delicacy, or even brined with sauce as a simple and upscale treat.
Now I can do the baccalini I said. So I found it on the farmers market. So since then I use baccalini for my garlic shrimp. So baccalini. And then when you see the garlic get little smell coming out, little burn, little brown, so we throw in some shallot, some mushroom, let it cook. And then we can throw in the noodle. So after we throw in the noodle, you can see the garlic little brown, create a lot of garlic flavor, and then we do white wine. After the white wine gets reduce cream, just like Alfredo. And then we grab the noodle, shake them, make sure it's not much liquid in the noodle. And then we go over here, and then we throw in some Parmesan cheese, parsley, 1 piece of butter, little salt, and little black pepper. So after the cream gets reduced half, we throw in the noodle. After we throw in the noodle, we shut off because I don't want to cook the butter. Toss. Now it's all good. We can dish it. So after we dish it, we can garnish it. Little Parmesan cheese on top, little bit of parsley, little Ito taragashi,
The immense popularity of shrimp around the world means that over the years, sustainability has become an increasingly pressing issue. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch has claimed that U.S. farm shrimp are a good alternative, especially when compared to foreign farm shrimp, which may come from fisheries with less safeguards in place. For this reason, restaurants like Dumpling Time are a great option for supporting local fishermen and marine life as a whole.
A majority of our products, our produce, they're all from the Bay Area. Okay, we do have our own seafood vendor. We also have our beef vendors from Washington State. Seattle is a farm-raised domestic Wagyu from Seattle. This is the 5th generation Japanese-owned farm. They raise American Kobe in America. So we was partnership with them also. So to bring in our domestic Wagyu for our Wagyu fried rice. We also have bowls, of course. We have barbecue pork bowls. We have regular pork bowls. We also get a lot of different kind of gyoza. We have also using a Wagyu beef to make gyoza out of it. Tomatoes on season, so I use a different tomato for my garnishes. Yeah, and chili pepper. Right now, Serrano chili, Fresno chili are so expensive. It used to be $20 a case. Now it's $68. So I have to think about another chilies to substitute our Fresno chilies. So I bought in some Swiss chili. So a different color, a seasonal chili to put it on one of my dish as a garnishes. And we also had a shrimp toast on our menu. So what we do, we buy the shrimp, we make a shrimp into a mousse. We put a shrimp mousse on top of our Chinese donut. We call them youtiao. We put a shrimp mousse on the donut, and then we fry them, and then we cut them, and I will show you guys later. It was extremely, extremely tasty. So the last one we do shrimp toast. So what we do, we use the youtiao. Youtiao, that means Chinese donut. We use youtiao, we use shrimp mousse. Basically, we bought the shrimp out, and then we grind the shrimp into a mousse. So we make shrimp mousse out of the shrimp. We put shrimp mousse on top of the youtiao, which is the Chinese donut. And then we throw it to the fire. And then we double layer them. Make sure every spots get cooked, get stir fried. To cook. The shrimp mousse so easy to cook. I just want them nice and crispy, the whole donut. So a couple minutes later, the youtiao, which is the Chinese donut, get puffy, nice and crispy. We let the oil drip a little bit. Turn it aside, shake it, and then we cut them. Okay, 6 pieces. This is the sauce, spicy aioli. Put it on top, a little garnish on top, spicy aioli. And then finish a little chop with cilantro. Okay, this is our shrimp toast. Yeah, so basically this is my home. So we have sear station, we got a steamer station, we had the noodle station, we had the saute station, we had the fryer station. So basically, this whole line, we can divide it into 4 different stations. I don't care how busy we are, we can execute it really fast. I also like to dine out a lot. I dining out a lot. I would say I go out to eat with my family once a week to see different things. That's how I learn. That's how I pick up to make a new dishes, create a new dishes. Family to me is my first priority, of course, because the family support me a lot, especially my wife, my kids, and for us, we come from a really low-income family when we was in Macau. So my father, my mom, my brother, we have really good connections, and we are really into it for a family time. At that time, we do not have much family time with my parents because they both work. As I mentioned to you, my mom's always work at night. When my moms come back home, we always slept. And when my moms go to work, we are already at school. So I hardly to see her. We only can see her, which is Sunday. That's why Sunday brunch to me like a dim sum brunch, okay? Because that's why dim sum is a family reunion, special occasions. As a Asian, as to me, as to my family, it's really important. At that time, we get together, we read, we share stories. Luckily, I have Sunday off over here, so every Sunday I do Sunday brunch for them. As a family get together every day without any relative or friends because of a pandemic, we cannot invite any friend and family join us. So almost for the whole year, I do Sunday brunch for them every single day. Sunday brunch to me is really crucial because I come from my background is like Western, all Western. So I do Sunday brunch like Western style. Sometimes I just do sandwiches, I do paella, I do oyster on half shells. Farmer's market, bought some fresh produce to make salad out of it, like roasted baby carrot. You know, and now it's heirloom tomato season. I bought a lot of different kind of tomatoes, so I can cut them, prep them, and then put it on the table so we can enjoy. It was amazing time to me with my family as well.